Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. There's a lot to unpack here. I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can to get it all out to you. So let's get started. Uniswap users have been hit with a phishing attack. Apparently the way it works is you got this fake airdrop, and that fake airdrop led you to downloading something that would then target your assets. Yeesh. Yeah. Be careful of what's being airdropped to you. Confirming airdrop. So you got the airdrop. We click to confirm your airdrop. Don't do that. You have to know where your airdrop is coming from and verify the source. If not, if you can't verify, get rid of it. But that was a big deal because it's to the tune of about $8.1 million in NFTs and other digital assets. So it's something to be very wary of. Now, using a very old, and I say very old trick, it seems like North Korean remote workers are targeting crypto companies, not just to get paid, but obviously to steal. But I want you to think about this. So what happens is that, a whole bunch of, fake companies are set up and people work through the fake companies, and the unwitting hire these people. And mind you, some of these people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even if you're in North Korea and you're only making $50,000. That's way more than what you're going to make normally in North Korea. So yeah, that's what you're going to do. Now, the reason why I say this has been going on for years is because it has been. I don't know if you recall, but back in the day, when you were, not even back in the day, even now, companies want you to verify your identity. It comes in small little things. Give me the last four of your social security number, or recruiter says, hey, let me meet you on camera before we put you in front of the client. Why is that? Why is that? It's because you have a lot of people out there that are faking the funk, as they say. And North Korea figured out how to do it, hopping through different face companies and getting their people in there, getting their people hired, and basically getting paid. That's another way of stealing money, because you're not supposed to hire people from North Korea. As a matter of fact, a lot of large companies, including Amazon, ask you straight out, are you a citizen of any one of citizen or living in one of these countries? And one of them is North Korea. So be mindful, people. Be mindful in your hiring practices and be a little more stringent. A little bit more. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot. An email from, how you pronounce his name, Darshan Batija. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. If I'm not Darshan, please drop a note in the comments and I'll correct myself. Or, drop me an email, whatever it is. But apparently he sent out an email to Vault customers, I guess trying to be transparent about what's going on, but he's caused a bit of confusion, right? And left a lot of people dismayed. I sit there and I just kind of go, communication is key. And if you can't do something as simple as communicate after a disaster like this is what I mean by doing your research. Should this person be CEO? Should this person have been CEO? When you look into a project and you're doing your own research, again, DYOR, do your own research. I do it so I can grow my bag. You do it so you can grow your bag. But when you do your own research, look into the people that are involved in these projects. It's a very big deal. Just saying, it's a very big deal. Now, Celsius. Out of all four organizations that are, that have caused the macro events that are out there, you have Terra Luna, Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, Voyager, right? Out of all of them, Celsius seems to be making big moves. When I say big moves, in the past, day, they've already paid out $258 million. And it looks like it's being reported that they only have $120 million to go. Yeesh. I'm just saying, I don't know if they can actually ever come back, if they'll ever regain trust. But in terms of making moves, now they're making moves. I told you yesterday in a bonus round that they have replaced their legal team with Kirkland and Ellis. Same firm that's helping Voyager. Probably not on probably on communications and everything, but they're starting to make moves, and they're starting to make moves in the right way. Same for Voyager Digital. I mean, Voyager Digital doesn't have such great news, but they are making moves and in the right direction. Playboy. Now, we all know who Playboy is. Let's not even try to play games. Playboy is going to be building a metaverse version of the Playboy Mansion. All kinds of events and special events and things going on at the mansion, as you would expect, right? They're building it on the Sandbox. Now, it's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Sandbox, the whole nine, like Decentraland, but that's not my point. As you know, my company, Rebel Visions Corporation, is a principal member of the Metaverse Standards Forum. And as you might guess, I'm privy to a lot of the technologies that are out there, a lot of the people that are involved. And let me tell you, the groups and members, both partners and principals, holy moly, what they're working on. That's what I'm going to say. But the idea that such an iconic brand would be taking a dive into a metaverse just like this. Notice how I stress a metaverse. There are many. It's a very big deal because they recognize the marketing opportunities and the business opportunities that exist in those technologies and in those spaces. So, Jamie, this is what I'm talking about. Utility and destination. They're creating a destination and they have plans for the utility. That's a very big deal. So if you're looking at the automotive industry, I noted a few days ago talking about a Chevy car that was being sold along with an NFT. No utility, no real destination, nobody really interested. That was the problem. You gave no real utility. You gave no real destination. You weren't telling anybody, what am I getting by buying this NFT besides a cool looking car? Okay, that's nice, but a car is a car. What am I really getting with that NFT? And that's where they fell short. And they also fell short in that they weren't doing anything to attract those gearheads. The gearheads weren't attracted because there was no utility, no usefulness, and no destination. What was that NFT supposed to do? And so it really wasn't a sale of an NFT. It was really a sale of a car. And you weren't attracting the right people to the car. It wasn't like I told Jamie the other day, it wasn't about the car attracting gearheads. It was about attracting people to like it. My brother drives a Bentley. He heard about it, went and checked it out and was like, underwhelming. This is a guy who could have bought that car 10 times over. Not a problem. But I pay attention to that and I say, well, there are ways to do things. There are ways not to do things. So look at Playboy getting a lot of positive press about what they're doing in the metaverse and in the cryptoverse in general. And look at, the Chevy, this Corvette that was being sold, and it got almost nothing except negativity. Just saying, hire somebody like Jamie to help you figure it out. The next one, and my last bit of news before we hit the numbers. Jared Cohen. He was the protege of Eric Schmidt of Google fame, and he was at Google. He just left Google, just jumped ship from Google to go to Goldman Sachs. This is a big idea guy, and his focus is the cryptoverse. Macro events, micro events, what could affect that space, and then moving forward. And he's the co-head of a brand new group at Goldman Sachs. Now, I've been telling you for a little while now, I even emphasized yesterday, Goldman Sachs is starting to make direct moves in the cryptoverse. Direct moves. Citi's doing it. JP Morgan's doing it. A lot of big firms are doing it. And Goldman Sachs is one of those big firms. Pay attention to what the big people are doing, big companies are doing, because they might know a little bit more than you. Do your own research. Gather your information, come to a conclusion, start acting on that information. Grow your bag. All right. Let's hit the number. Let's hit the numbers and then we'll get into a couple of things. I'm not going to hit the Excel spreadsheet because everything's red now anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I do want to call attention to what's coming up in a few days, right? So you've got, a little bit of news today, but you have Richmond Fed President Tom Barkin is going to be speaking today, right? About 12 o'clock. But you can see what's on the schedule. You have PPI numbers coming out. You have CPI numbers coming out. You have a lot of things coming out this week that actually mean something, especially Friday, because that's going to give you an idea about what's going on in the U.S. economy. Okay, well, who is it? Pepsi came out and they said, they're increasing their projections for the rest of the year. Interesting. Food and beverage. I'm kind of into food and beverage. Check out rebelvino.com. But there's a lot going on that's going to help but help give you an idea, a picture of what the U.S. economy is going to be. And you should be paying attention to what's going on in Europe, because there are a lot of events there. There's a macro event where Russia is going to be cutting off oil shipments to Germany. That's going to have huge ramifications. Pay attention. All right. Fear and greed index is currently at 16. It was at 24, dropped to 22, and dropped to 22 at the early morning yesterday when it was at 22, dropped to 16 rather, and now it's maintaining at 16. Probably jump again or bounce lower again later today, because again, it's a trailing indicator. Not so bad. We were in the high 70s. Now we're in the lows. Okay, is what it is. When I look at, where everything is going right now, I'm kind of like, yeah, we're kind of bouncing around that bottom band. We passed it a little bit yesterday. I want to see if we've got support there. If we have support there, that's going to be a big deal. Because right now, Bitcoin is, in the 19s. Ethereum's, flirting with, the 1,000 mark, floating in the wrong direction. So that's a very big deal. I'm paying attention to these things because I want to see if there's going to be another dip. Again, I'm using dollar cost averaging to make my purchases. I'm using that kind of a strategy, but I want to see if there's going to be another big dip. Again, I said that, the next number for me is 17.6 and then 15. I don't think we'll go below 15 if we, get that far. But I need to see something sustaining above 22,000 before I become positive, right? And I'm not talking just about Bitcoin sustaining at 22,000, but I'm looking at Ethereum sustaining above 1,200 for an extended period of time. I'm looking at a few things, right? But pay attention to what's going on. Figure out your own DCA strategy. Understand the rhythm of these coins. Polygon, for instance, is on a different rhythm than everybody else. Look at this. They're on a different rhythm than everybody else. If you understand the rhythm, you're paying attention to the news, you're not going to be able to pay attention to everything, but you will be able to pay attention to smaller things. Pick a set of coins that you're interested in, set of projects, do your own research, and start to understand those rhythms, see what's coming out in the news. Try to be ahead of everybody else's purchases. That's what I try to teach my kids. This is why I bring you this stuff every day. Well, every day except Saturdays usually. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It definitely shows me that, I'm doing something right. I'm teaching my kids, certain skills that they'd be able to take with them for the rest of their lives. And, absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.